Hey everyone, Mitch coming in for the Chimera's Core Studio. Welcome to the show. So, some massive leaks just came out either really late last night or early this morning. Yeah, I didn't check the exact time, but yeah, recently, and these are huge. So, a really quick just warning, essentially, that these leaks do definitely spoil some things that are going to be going on in the Magic story for this upcoming set, Phyrexia All Will Be One. So, if you don't want that spoiled for you, well, you don't continue on because, well, we've already found out, obviously, and Wizards talked about that there are going to be 5 out of the 10 Planeswalkers in this set that will fall to Phyrexia that will be completed. And, yeah, now we know who 3 of them are. So, yeah, again, a fair warning. Please, if you don't want the story spoiled for you, please don't continue on. Anyways, if you do want it spoiled for you, well, also you can go check out my takes. I probably should have already put this up on the screen. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, basically I had an episode the other day where I talked about, 5 of these Planeswalkers will fall. And now, yeah, we know 3 of the 5, so only 2 left to go. So without further ado, let's talk about those 3 cards that were spoiled. And we have this picture right here, and yeah, this we'll talk about the hand that is holding these cards here in a little bit and the significance of that and how legit these cards seem. Because again, to my knowledge, this is not official. This just appeared on Reddit. Essentially, this image, these 3 cards are shown off, and yeah, it looks like we've got Jace, the Perfected Mind, Vraska, Betrayal Sting, and Nissa, Ascended Animist. Each of these are obviously Phyrexianized versions of some favorite characters. Yes, 3 of the Planeswalkers out of those 9 that I talked from the other episode have fallen. And yeah, Jace is a massive one that I know a lot of people out there thought would never fall, essentially. But yeah, these 3 have been completed. Yeah, kind of sad. Anyways, Nissa, Ascended Animist. Let's start off with that one. I'll just go with these one at a time and just kind of highlight each card and what we can see on them. Appears to cost 3 green, Phyrexian green, and I think this is going to be probably a pattern with these 5 Planeswalkers. Are each probably going to be 1 color, I would assume, but we'll see. Anyway, so Nissa is obviously just green. Has been other colors in the past, but now apparently as a Phyrexian, just green. Anyways, Nissa is a legendary Planeswalker that starts off with 7 loyalty, has completed, which again I believe means that essentially if you're using that Phyrexian mana to pay for it, you start with I think 2 less counters on it. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that. It doesn't have the reminder text on that. Regardless, +1. Create an XX green Phyrexian Horror a creature token, where X is Nissa, Ascended Animist loyalty, -1 destroy target artifact or enchantment. And then I can't really make out that last one. It is probably the ultimate, minus maybe 7 it might look like. Until end of turn, creatures you control get +1 for each force you control and gain trample. I think that's probably about what it is. Again, part of it's covered, so it's kind of hard to see. I believe this is a mythic. There are, rare Planeswalkers in the set, but that appears to be the mythic coloring on that symbol. So, yeah, that's Nissa, apparently, being able to make some giant tokens. Again, Phyrexian tokens. Being able to take out some artifacts and enchantments, probably being able to pump your team as well and give them trample. Yeah, if you're in mono green, you can pump your team, again, a ton for all the forests that you have. Give them trample too. Again, that's my assumption on what that does. And again, I think it looks like it should be a -7 maybe. So you can get to that, I mean, right away potentially. But yeah, so this obviously a very costly Planeswalker. 5 mana at the very least, 5 mana and 4 life, or potentially 7 mana, essentially. So yeah, a very costly Planeswalker, but with some massive abilities, too. So definitely a good amount of potential there. Again, very sad to see Nissa having fallen. And yeah, we'll talk about whether I was right or wrong with certain picks on who I thought would fall or not. Next up, Vraska Betrayal Sting. I'll highlight it here. And again, we only see so much. We don't see the actual mana cost of this one, though not much of the card is left. So I would think it wouldn't be anywhere near as much as what Nissa is. Yeah, I mean, I would assume you still have some Phyrexian mana in there as well. It looks like this one is going to be mono black, according to the color treatment on it. And we'll have to see, though, obviously. Vraska has been green-black in the past. But again, I mean, if we're doing the, one of each color, essentially, which probably would make sense at this point. One of each color on each side might be it, so that kind of might give a hint on, you know, what we're going to be seeing for the rest of them, because and we'll get to that here in a second. I'm way off track. I'm sorry. Anyways, it says completed, and then we see a 0. You draw a card, proliferate. So I don't know what that secondary part of that is. Maybe you draw a card and lose 1 life for, you know, mono black essentially. No positive activations for this one, just a 0. Then there's a -2. Target creature. This is just going to be an assumed ability. It looks like, you know, with, it gives a target creature, you know, basically tap, sacrifice probably a creature, add mana of any combination of types and colors. I don't something around that, I would assume. Basically giving a creature the ability to sacrifice other creatures, maybe artifacts instead, to add mana. And then a -9. If target player something counters, something counters. I would assume that has something to do with poison counters, because poison counters are going to be in the set. We've already seen, a toxic card essentially that gives poison counters. So I would assume that has something to do with poison counters. Maybe if target player, has counters, you double them or something like that. I guess that would be my guess. Not sure, again. And also, there's got to be some way, obviously, either Vraska starts off at 9 loyalty to get to that ultimate, or, I mean, you're just assuming that you've got a lot of proliferate effects to actually get you there, because there's no way to actually gain any loyalty with this Planeswalker, at least that we can see. Maybe one of the abilities actually gives you loyalty when something happens. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe, I guess the first one, never mind, I'm wrong, sorry. Again, this is kind of like a quick take in a way. Proliferating with that 0 would give you 1, right, essentially, so, because you can get an extra loyalty counter on there. So there you go. All right, and also help your other Planeswalkers too. Finally, Jace the Perfected Mind. We do see a little bit of the mana cost there, 2 blue, and not sure. So yeah, maybe it's 2 blue and a Phyrexian blue. Potentially, there's not really a lot of room left on that card, so I would assume it's that. So yeah, either 3 or 4 mana, or sorry, 3 mana, or 2 life, or 4 mana in total. Completed again, +1 until not sure. Maybe target creature is unblockable or something like that. -2 target. Yeah, there's a lot. I think I see the word draw at the end of that. Not exactly sure what that is either. And again, -X, not sure what that is. Maybe -X target player draws X cards. That might be something like that. So yeah, we don't know a lot of the details on Vraska or Jace. We know pretty much mostly what Nissa does. But yeah, if we can assume that, where it's going to follow this pattern of, one of each color, we might have some ideas as to who might be falling next. So yeah, but before we talk about that, let's talk about where this card came from, because as you might have noticed on the actual picture, there was, some pretty defined nails actually in that picture holding the card, some really nicely painted nails that have, a Phyrexian symbol on one of the fingers, essentially, that's shown off right there. And then we go to the actual weekly MTG stream from last week, or no, a couple days ago, whenever it was. I'm losing my mind when it comes to time here right now, when it comes to these, when certain spoiler seasons are happening. Regardless, the last weekly MTG stream, I think it was earlier this week, showed off the foiling treatment that we see on those new cards. Again, that oil slicked raised foils. Apparently part of the bundle complete edition. So we see that same treatment, and we're seeing on those other cards, so that just adds to legitimacy, but also looks like the exact same nails that are holding the card, the exact same painted nails, in the exact same way that, these cards are being displayed. So not sure exactly where this image came from, but again, it adds to its credibility for me. Again, I will say, obviously, take everything with a grain of salt with this. We have no idea. I don't believe that these have been confirmed. We do not know if they are official. But a lot of these kind of little hints add to its credibility. So, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, unfortunately, yeah, it looks like Jace, Vraska, and Nissa have all fallen to the dark side. All have been completed by the Phyrexians. Yeah, and there's only 2 left to be completed, so who will they be? I'm not guessing too well right now. Yeah, when it comes to my guesses right now, when it comes to who got Phyrexianized, who got completed, I'm 1 for 5 at this point. I did guess Jace, and I know there are a lot of people out there who didn't think Jace would get completed. I thought, it'd be kind of big and shocking if Jace did, so that one I was correct on. Not sure on Kaito, not sure on Nahiri, not sure on Tyvar or Kaya. So those are still up in the air if they're going to be completed or not. And again, I'll kind of give my thoughts. We again have had a blue, black and green all completed. So I think Tyvar is probably safe, because Tyvar I mean, I believe is only one of those two colors essentially. So, I mean, Tyvar I think was green, black, or just green. So yeah, essentially I think Tyvar is safe. All of the other ones, I mean, I guess Kaido is safe then too, probably. So I would think that. Nahiri, Boros, and Kaya with Orzhov, probably not safe just yet because, yeah, we haven't seen a white planeswalker that has been completed yet, so we shall see. When it comes to my guesses for who is safe, I mean, Koth was a gimme because Wizards have already shown off that Koth is safe, so yay, I'm at least 1 for 5 there. I did miss Nissa and Vraska, though. I thought both of them would be safe. They are not. They are completed, so whoopsie. My apologies on that. But yeah, I mean, obviously it was a guess. It was a gut feeling, and I was wrong in each of those. But yeah, then we have the Wandering Emperor, and then we've got Luca, each of which we are not sure, each of which is in white. So yeah, again, the two colors left that we have not seen are white and red. So each of those could get turned, obviously. And actually, I mean, either Nahiri or Luca probably is going to get turned, for the red one, if, again, it's going to follow that pattern. And then, yeah, Wandering Emperor or Kaya could get turned for, the mono white planeswalker as well. So we shall see. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that's probably how they're going to go about things. You got the 5 monocolored good planeswalkers, the 5 monocolored completed planeswalkers, battling it out essentially. That's probably going to how it's going to go about. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think on these leaks? Do you think they're legitimate? Do you think that these are credible? Do you think, where in the world do these pictures come from? Who do you think is going to get completed next? And yeah, what are your thoughts on the actual, if this is true, the completed planeswalkers so far, with Jace, Vraska, and Nissa. So yeah, let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, as always, stay tuned to this channel for even more quick takes, spoilers, whatever else. Spoiler season doesn't start until January 17th, but I'm sure there's going to be things coming out in between then. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned to this channel. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.